It'll be a little while before Bryce and Lad are here for lunch. So I'm gonna start a pot of chunky beef chili. It doesn't take anything at all to throw it together. And the great thing is, once it's done, it'll sit happily on the stove until they decide to show up to eat. You never know when that's gonna be. Those guys are unpredictable when they work. I've got some chuck roast. It's cut into chunks. I'm gonna get it all in a single layer so it'll start to brown on one side. And I need to season it with some salt and pepper. This is gonna be a pretty big batch of chili, so it needs quite a bit of seasoning. Paige is at her friend's house in Bartlesville. They've got a debate coming up that they've got to work on. And Todd spent the night with his friend Phil. So Bryce was the only cowboy kid that Lad could grab this morning. Of course he had me, but if he grabs me, who's gonna make lunch? The chuck is browned all over, so I'm gonna take it out for the next stage. Chuck roast, when it comes to stews and chilies, is my favorite cut of meat. It is nice and fatty, but it cooks up really tender. It's always a sad day when I go through all the chuck roast that's in my freezer, because I know I have to go through all the other roasts before I can get some more chuck. This really does make a big pot of chili, which is great because this chili actually tastes even better as a leftover the next day. I don't know why that is. There are just some things that taste better as leftovers. Now I'm gonna add the ground beef to the pot. Nothing complicated about ground beef. And I always have plenty of that in the freezer too. Start to break it up. You know, Bryce, of all the children, really is the one that I see coming back and working on the ranch when he grows up. Ever since he was a little boy, he has loved it. And now Bryce might as well be one of the adults. He can pretty much do anything that Lad can do, and that helps Lad a lot. Okay, I'll stir it around and brown it before I move on with the next step. Ground beef is all browned, so the chuck roast goes back in. And I am a firm believer in not letting any of the juices go to waste. I want all of that back into the pot. That's some big flavor. And you've got to have garlic with chili. Got a big old can of whole tomatoes. I'm gonna pour them in with their juice. And then I've got a couple of bottles of Oklahoma beer. I don't add beer to my regular chili recipe, but there's just something about this one. I love the flavor, and it's really fun to use a local beer. I like using anything from Oklahoma. Okay, second bottle goes in. Oh, it smells so good. I'm gonna let that start getting hot. And I'm gonna snip in some guajillo chilies. These are in the supermarket, you can get them anywhere. And I'm using kitchen shears just to cut them into thin strips. This is a really mild chili. It doesn't add a lot of spice. It's just a nice, sweet, smoky flavor. And it's perfect for chili because they have plenty of time to cook down and soften. Alrighty, got all those snipped. So I'll stir in the chilies, and I'm gonna keep going forward with the seasonings. A couple of tablespoons of chili powder, a tablespoon of cumin, and a tablespoon of Mexican oregano. Mexican oregano just has slight citrus undertones. And add a little more salt and pepper, and let it cook for about 10 minutes before I move on. I've just got 2 more things to do to the chili. First, I've got to add the beans. My combination of choice is pinto beans and kidney beans. I just love them both. Okay, now the second thing I'm gonna add is something I do add to my regular chili, a masa paste. I've got some masa, which is just corn flour, and I'm gonna add enough water to turn it into a paste. This adds thickening to the chili, but it also adds the most amazing corn flavor. The flavor really is something you miss if you don't add it. This looks nothing short of amazing. All those seasonings. So all I've got to do is get the lid on the pot. I'm going to turn the heat down and let it simmer for an hour. Gosh, it's not even breakfast time yet. I've already got the first part of lunch done. I'm feeling pretty good. When it comes to deciding what to serve with chili, you can go the cornbread route, you can go the tortilla chip route. Today, for Latin Bryce, I'm gonna go the quesadilla route, and not just any quesadilla. These are gonna be the cheesiest quesadillas ever. I mean, we could probably eat these on their own and be just fine. They are gonna be good. Now, the secret to any quesadilla, at least as far as I'm concerned, is buttering the skillet before you drop in the flour tortilla. I'm pressing the tortilla in so it gets nice and coated in the butter. And now this is a quesadilla. It's not just about butter, it's mostly about the cheese. I've got a couple of different kinds, Monterey Jack, and I'm also using pepper jack. Okay, I got all the cheese on, and it needs just a little time to melt. While it does, I'm gonna sprinkle on some chilies. These are roasted green chilies. You can buy them in a can if you're in a hurry, but if you have time to roast them yourself, I promise you won't regret it. They're poblano chilies, and I grilled them one by one over the stovetop flame until the skin was totally charred. I got them into a freezer bag, sealed it up, and let them sweat for 20 minutes or so. Then scraped off the skin, cut them in half, and removed the seeds and the membranes. Then all I did was chop them up and they were ready to go. Okay, I am going to fold the quesadilla in half. Whoop. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna press it and make sure all that cheese is melted. This big boy is gonna come out, put him on a platter, and now I'll make 2 more just like it.